Shout out to our sponsors, guys. Remember, we got the free DFW NORML tattoo giveaway from Lucky Horseshoe Tattoo and Smoke Shop. Come get that. Giving that away later on in the day. About to get started. Ready, bro? Let's make some noise. Hey, you'll give us your attention. Make some noise for the executive director, Chuck McAllister. So, guys, there's the word.
Howdy doobie, DFW NORML. Ooh, that is way too short. Welcome to our main meeting. Give yourselves a hand for coming out and finding a way to participate in your own freedom today. It's going to be an exciting meeting. We obviously have a lot to talk about with the close of the 2015 Texas legislative session looming. We're going to have a few announcements about some events, some upcoming opportunities to volunteer. We're going to hear from several different members, board members, people who are moving and shaking things here in DFW NORML. And so first and foremost, how many people here, by a show of hands, are here live in Fort Worth? Okay, most of the people here, not surprisingly. How about Arlington? How about Dallas? Grand Prairie. Okay. And what else? What am I missing? Who came the furthest? Where? Cisco? Hour and a half away. Who came more than an hour and a half? Where? College Station? Did you come here for this? Okay, well then you can claim that. All right, great. Well, guys, thank you very much for taking some of your weekend time, some of your downtime to come and participate with this group. DFW NORML is a nonprofit organization that was founded in 2005 with a Dallas-Fort Worth chapter of the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. That organization was founded in 1970 by an attorney named Keith Stropp, and it continues to be one of the finest organizations on the planet, in my opinion. So if we can, let's give it a hand for the boys in D.C. that started Washington National. So, my friends, it was an exciting time here as this legislative session kicked off. We had, depending on how you slice it, around 11 bills that really mattered, right, to us. If you could sum it up in a word, how you feel right now about our lawmakers, what would it be? Just yell out. Ignorant. My friend Goodnick said ignorant. I'm ashamed, actually. I agree. I am absolutely ashamed that our lawmakers knowingly continue to enforce and know hurts Texans, that Texans overwhelmingly do not support. And knowingly did so despite an overwhelming number of phone calls, handwritten letters, emails, testimony at hearings, in-person meetings. I mean, my friends, the phones were ringing in Austin like never before. And our lawmakers pretty much did nothing. You know what I say to that? Boo! Boo! They have failed us. They have failed to make the state of Texas a better place by enacting smart laws. Would you agree with that? Yes. Good. Maybe so. Maybe they've been paid off. Maybe they're just, as my friend Goodnick said, they're ignorant. And some of them, maybe that's the case. I don't think that that's the case, really. It seems like they don't care. I think that they don't care. I think that that's right. I think they just got tired of hearing from a lot of people and decided, oh, all right, we'll make it look like we're going to do something. We'll spin our wheels a little bit, and then we'll do nothing. We're one of the only three that didn't actually see any real forward momentum in changing the laws, and yet we have one of the largest and most active grassroots followings in the country. Right? That's because our lawmakers are deliberately standing against it right now. And so we, as the representatives of this culture, as the people who are going to try to change these laws, we need to make sure that in the next 2 years, what I'm lovingly referring to as the off season, we spend time respectfully engaging with these people and finding a way to start a dialogue in whatever way is possible. How many people, by a show of hands, have actually met with their representative before? That's great. That's great. Give yourselves a hand. That's cool. I have. I probably met with your representative. But 2 years ago, I had never met with one. And it freaked me out, the thought of, going to Austin and meeting one of these people who are lawmakers, or even, going to one of their locals scare me. How many people, it's okay, are a little freaked out or a little nervous about going and talking to their rep about something that's illegal? Yeah, that's okay. When I added that illegal part, a lot of hands went up. Yeah, okay. Be honest with each other here, guys. We're going to get a lot further, a lot faster if we're just honest with each other. But I believe that these lawmakers, that some of them were very willing to push some legislative session. I think we had some heroes this legislative session. In particular, I'd like to call out Joe Moody, David Simpson, and especially Representative Marquette for introducing a real medical marijuana bill in the state of Texas. Because even though Ms. Myra Crownover decided that she didn't want to talk about the whole medical marijuana, we had an overwhelming number of people that testified in favor of that bill. That will never be forgotten, my friends. That is in the archives of the Texas law books now, my friends, online testimony forever. And I think that that's what we're going to be able to expect from all legislative sessions moving forward, is an overwhelming amount of Texans standing up and saying, I'm done being shy about this. I'm done being quiet. I'm done having everybody tell me that Texas is going to be the last state, because like hell it is, right? Like hell it is. And I want all of you to join me in engaging in a relationship, a dialogue with these lawmakers at all levels, not just these representatives, but even your city councilmen, even your mayors, like all these people that you have an opportunity to go and meet with and talk to. You need to do it because it's your responsibility as somebody who believes in this. We, as marijuana, have what's known as guilty knowledge. How many people are familiar with that concept, guilty knowledge? We are guilty of, with the knowledge that we have of what this plant is and the prohibition of this plant and the truth behind the law-making process that has kept this plant from our people for so long. We know the truth. We have this guilty knowledge. And if we're able to go about our lives on a day-to-day basis and not find a way to contribute, I think that we're doing ourselves and our communities a huge disservice. I think that had more of us done what we're doing here today, which is gathering and taking this seriously and doing more than talking about it on the internet or on the couch while you're rolling a joint, or while you're watching a documentary and you're all fired up about something planned. That's great. That's cool. Awesome. Show up. Stop talking about it. Start being about it. Because a lot of Texas already is about it. They find ways to get involved, like the people in this room. Give yourselves a hand for being involved. You hear that, people on the internet? I'm glad that you're watching, but next time you should be here, right? Right? My friends, it's exciting. We're doing our very first live stream here on YouTube. We've been doing this for years. We've never done much. We've been so, sometimes you just get so close to the problem that you can't even see, the obvious steps that you should be doing. And so here we are. We're doing our very first live stream. Do we have anybody watching?
Yeah.
We do. 20 viewers.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, 20 viewers.
I think it's more.
That's cool, and it's on a 2-minute delay, so that I all the live stream, guys. I got up early and got my agenda done, and I've spent all day talking to this guy about how we're going to do a live stream. So, hey, give it up for my friend Austin who made this happen. Austin is just a member who became a volunteer and is now getting called out by me and thanked by me and will be asked by me repeatedly to do great things for this organization. And that could be you, my friend, to be that involved with this organization in whatever capacity that you can, whatever capacity you're comfortable with. Some people, like I met with somebody earlier today who said, hey, I did what I can. I came and I helped today beforehand. How many people know that you probably could have came a little bit early and helped hang banners? Yeah, probably me, actually. But I've done that a bunch of times already. So no, not me, you. All of you. But I'm so encouraged when I see people show up on their Saturdays and know that today we're going to talk about what it's going to take to change some laws. You know, because right now, the legislative session, it's winding down. And so we're going to be in the waiting game again. Yay. That does not mean that marijuana activism is put on hold for the next 2 years. Far from it. If they're going to wait 2 years to change some laws, then we're going to have a very busy and active 2 years, my friends. Would you agree? I'm talking about doing events as often as possible all over the Metroplex with your involvement. I'm talking about doing banner drops that hold up traffic. I'm talking about doing rallies at representatives' offices and at the courthouse. I'm talking about doing things that make people understand that of being persecuted and locked in cages over using or believing in a substance that is far safer than almost anything else available, right? It's not right that our police, our law enforcement officials now have to enforce another 2 years of a propagandist policy that Texans don't even believe in anymore. What a situation to be. Not that I'm getting, sympathizing too much with the police. Don't get me wrong. Is everybody okay? I think everybody's okay. Not that I sympathize too much with police, but I do to a certain extent. And you know why? Because over the last several years of being a marijuana activist, I've met a whole bunch of police officers that believe in what we're doing. They give me the thumbs up, that shake my hand, that thank us for what we're doing, that no, of course they can't be involved. Yeah, I've heard of law enforcement against prohibition. That would really screw me up in the office. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many times I've heard that, but so many of these officers that are everything from beat cops and ticket maids to detectives to plainclothes Homeland Security that comes out to our events and kind of watches what we're doing. But you can tell that those dudes in the law, right? And so I'm naturally drawn to those people. And so I want to go and talk to them. I want to go and talk to the 4 cops that are over there sitting on horseback across the street, observing 3,000 people across the street smoking marijuana in the streets.
Observing, not doing anything.
Observing, not doing anything other than ensuring the peace is kept, my friends.
Yes.
How many people were at our global marijuana march? Thousands of people were there. It was by far one of the most amazing and empowering things that I have ever been a part of. And I think that we should do that kind of thing all the time.
Yes.
We shouldn't do a march once a year or twice a year, right? I think that at the bare minimum, we should be talking quarterly, right?
Yeah.
Let's go now. Yeah, let's go now. Hey, come on. Go now. Let's go. Take it to the streets, yeah. We've done that. We've taken it to the streets, and they know that. But guess what we're going to do over the next 2 years? We're going to keep doing that. I hate to say this, trying for us to be nice for so long and play this political nicety game where you're like, oh, okay, let me curtsy and let me bow and whatever it is it's going to take to get you to be my friend, and we're going to support this and we're going to change the law together. Oh, that didn't happen. Okay, well, Texans are now pissed off. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah! Texans are pissed off. What do you mean 11 bills and not a single one where the damn got any sort of traction? What do you mean? Texans are pissed, and the world is pissed with us. Because from what it seemed like floating around on the internet, legalization was inevitable in Texas. Does anybody feel like marijuana is legal?
Yeah.
It's sad, because right now these laws are not keeping people like me from smoking marijuana. They're not keeping people like me from buying marijuana, despite it being totally illegal. Probably not keeping people like you from doing the same. Would you agree? The laws are just being totally disregarded by most of the population. That, my friends, is a bad law. And if they don't want to change it, guess what we're going to do? Guess what I think we should do?
Change it for them.
Well, Yeah, you can do that, and that I like how that sounds, but I'm talking about
I knew people would do their.
you got to change some hearts and minds, and that's what I meant earlier about going and having these interactions with these lawmakers at all levels, the people at all levels who are involved with government.
We can also fire them.
We could fire them. We could run against them. How many people have said one too many times, I'm going to run against that? Do it! Do it! Don't wait. Come and talk to me, and we'll find a way to get some support for you so you can run against somebody like Myra Crownover. I'm sick of people like her keeping people like us in cages over a plant. Are you? Are you? So we either got to work with them or we got to replace them. Okay? Yeah, that's great. That's great, but that's the same rhetoric that people just like me have been saying for years on this stage and many stages like that. So I'm going to add something to that discussion. One of the things that I've noticed since being organizations like NORML is as we grow, civil disobedience, and by that I mean breaking the law and smoking cannabis, has become more and more part of public events, such as our march, for example, where thousands of people come out and break the law, with cops everywhere and nobody being arrested. Why is that? Can anybody explain to me why we can break the law one day a year but not the rest of the year?
Because the laws are bad.
Straight the numbers, yeah, sure, right. So what I propose is far more civil disobedience in the next 2 years. Because if they don't want to work with us when we're playing their little political game that wastes a lot of time and a lot of taxpayer dollars and just really doesn't make a whole lot of progress, generally speaking, there are things that we can do as a culture to move marijuana forward. We can make people feel like this is less of a crime, even though it is. How many people right now, being around so many like-minded individuals, just feel empowered about marijuana?
Yes.
Less shy, less ashamed of it. Because I'll tell you this, I'm proud to be a cannabis consumer, personally. And if you're not, that's okay. If you're not a cannabis consumer, we can still hang out. Because that means there's more for me. There's always room for the non-toking lovers of liberty in NORML and in drug policy. Because honestly, most of the people who don't smoke probably wish they could be. For whatever reason, they've thought about it. They may never admit it, but I promise you they thought about it. Like, damn.
If it's ever legal.
Yeah, it's ever legal people. Sure,
Yeah.
sure. You know, one of my oldest friends, who is probably one of the most anxious people I know, so anxious I can't even really hang out with him anymore. It's that freaking bad. He has known me since I was, like that, right? And knew around the time when I started smoking, which was 17. At that time I'd already tried tobacco, boo. Alcohol, boo. Ooh, those make me feel gross. And then somebody at the time, not him, definitely, passed me a joint. And I can't tell you how many times I had said no thanks to those in the past, because I was like a dare kid. I was proud, like, yeah. Like, no. It's justifiable for me to underage drink, but I'm not going to smoke marijuana. I don't do drugs. But for some reason, I tried it one time. And it was like a light bulb came on. Do you know what my first words were after I smoked marijuana the first time? Oh.
I'm thirsty.
No, it wasn't I'm thirsty. That came later. It was just simply, because I was so confused. I was so misled. I thought that I knew everything there was to know about that plant, and I made up my mind about it already. And then I gave it a try, and I realized that, wow, that is actually for me. That helps me a lot. Because trust me, I'm far less productive after I have not been smoking. It's just, I don't know, I'm just irritable. I'm less patient. I'm just less the person I strive to be. And I think that if we ourselves decide that over the next 2 years, we're going to elevate ourselves as not just cannabis consumer activists and advocates, we're going to elevate ourselves to a higher standard and put our best foot forward for the next 2 years and moving forward. And we're going to let these lawmakers know that we mean business, that we're not afraid of them anymore, And if they're going to continue to pussyfoot around with the laws, then, well, there are other ways of going about changing marijuana policy. How many people know that Texas does not have the right to referendum in the state? We can't petition our government. What if they just told us no so many times on the marijuana conversation? Okay, well, maybe we just don't support marijuana policy anymore. Maybe we support amending the Constitution so we have the right to referendum.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what's up. Then we'll see what Texans think and what Texans want. Because I promise you, that's the type of talk that will make the lawmakers either roll their eyes and say, not a chance in hell, or say, uh-oh. Okay, so they know about that?
Well, they're not just stoned.
Oh, he looks stoned and he smells like weed, but he knows about that. What do we do? Go and see a